Okay. Okay, we're back. Alright, I think. Oh, wait a second. Okay, we're back, guys. Can you guys hear me? Everything's okay? Let's see if the game lets us move through. Just gonna try it out for 1 second. Just gonna run around here, not moving anywhere. I'm gonna make sure that it's capturing it. How does it look down there now? Is it saying start stream? Is it live there?
Should it say go live?
Yeah, say go live on there. Hello, X-Ray Powers. Yeah, I know. Still, it's still not moving. Why is it not capturing the game? Is it playing on... It's playing on my software, though. It's just not going through YouTube. I don't know why. Very interesting. You have my webcam, though. You guys can see me move around. Maybe unplug the video and plug it back in. Just unplug one of the HDMI's. Just try that.
Yes.
Or unplug the USB. Yeah, go ahead and unplug the USB. Okay, plug back in the USB. Rip. Jordan's like, rest in peace. Yeah, we're trying to figure it out. All right, thank you, Jordan. Yep, we're trying to figure it out. Man, we're a bunch of boomers in here. And I'm running around again. I'm trying it. Jeez. What is going on, guys? All right, maybe we'll just forget about the gaming stream for tonight. Maybe I'll just be talking to you. We might just have to let it go. I really don't want to try to start this again. It didn't even show the screen turn black either after unplugging the HDMI. Like, you see me on there, right?
Yeah, you're moving on there. It's just the game that's not.
Yeah, it didn't even turn black like it was loading for the HDMI.
And when you drop it?
No, it was working before I turned on the live stream. So when we were testing the stream, it was still playing the video game. And then as soon as I go live, it's like, nah. All right. Well, I guess I'm just gonna be here talking to you guys then. So does anyone have any questions about what's been going on? I hope everyone's been having a good day. And we did post a video Tuesday. I did start talking about that on the previous stream for a few seconds. We had some hilarious comments on that video, so you guys definitely made me laugh. If anyone's in here from the comments, yeah, for the new viewers that just jumped in, we are having some technical difficulties with getting the game running, so we're gonna try to get it working. But so just bear with us. If it doesn't start working, I'm just gonna be here hanging out with you guys. My day was good. We had a few new patients today, so can't complain. We were busy today. I also had to put in a new motor for the table, so now my table can go up and down. So that was fun. I had to try to figure that out. We are missing a wire for that, though. I needed a Y cable. There just wasn't enough connections from the table to power the motor and the control module that powers the motor. So I'm waiting on a wire to be able to use the motor right now, but everything's installed, everything's there. All I need is a wire to get it working. So it's gonna be good once I can get that working. Hello, Jana. How you doing? Nice to meet you. Thanks for tuning in to this little bit of a hiccup here in the show. I did come up with Thursday Night Madness. I don't know if you guys like that title. I'm always curious what you guys think of when I come up with these things. We can always change it. Um, hello from Florida? Where in Florida? You should be a new patient. Actually, it shows that you're a moderator, so no, the secret's out. So yeah, the my wife is commenting there. Pronounced like Emma. Did I pronounce her name wrong? Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, Janae. Okay. Okay. All right, and then for the new viewers, hi, hello guys, how y'all doing? We're just having some technical difficulties. We're gonna try to figure it out, but if we don't, hey, I'm just gonna be here hanging out with you guys. So that's what I'm here for. We're just here to have a good time and just to relax. Let's see. Any new movies out? I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's really any new movies out. I know everyone's been going to see what is it? Godzilla -1. I know that one's been out for a few weeks. I have yet to see it. I haven't seen it yet. I've just heard good things about it. Be you trying to figure it out now? No.
It's up to you. You want to play game?
I'm just trying to see if we can figure it out. If we can't, then just blow up the camera. Just make me wide. You can make me widescreen for now. Okay. You have yet to see that. Yeah, I haven't seen it either. I know they had it. We have a 4D theater here in Orlando. That's pretty cool. I wanted to go see it there, but I have yet to make the time. I think they might have pulled it from the theater. I'm not sure. But yeah, the 4D theater is pretty cool here in Orlando. Like the seats move up and down. They have like wind, rain. They also have like some smells that come in. So like you can smell like the dirt. Like sometimes you smell the water. Like that stuff's crazy. Like we went to go see. We saw Across the Spider-Verse, and we saw. What was see? Transformers, Rise of the Beasts. That was probably one of the best ones I saw in the 4D theater. Like all the gunshots and all that stuff, like they blow air like behind your head to like simulate the guns going off. Like that was really cool. Favorite movie that came out in 2023? That's a hard one. There were a few good ones. I think my favorite one I would say would probably be John Wick 4. John Wick 4 was really good. What else came out? I know there was quite a few movies that came out. I mean, Transformers: Rise of the Beast was really good too. I like that one. I like the soundtrack and the actors. They did a really good job in that one. But I think to take that top spot, I think I would say John Wick 4 for sure. Now, if you were going to ask me like my favorite video game of 2023, I would have to say Final Fantasy 6. Was it 15 or 16? What came out? I think it was 15. I have to check. Final Fantasy. Was it 16? Yes, it was Final Fantasy 16 that came out this year. That was really good. The soundtrack, the action in that game, oh, it was beautiful. I might play that on stream one day. But for right now, I'm trying to get Final Fantasy VII Remake beat before Rebirth comes out next month. Anyways, how about you, Jordan? What was your favorite movie for 2023? going to turn my headset off real quick. And then if you guys have any other questions that you guys want to throw in the chat, you can go ahead. I will answer whatever questions or concerns you may have. I'm happy to chat with all of you. Oppenheimer. I have yet to see Oppenheimer. I heard Oppenheimer's really good for like a documentary film. And it was funny how they had Oppenheimer and Barbie come out on the same weekend. I almost think that overinflated the market because of the meme, which was Barbenheimer. I thought that was hilarious how they did that. I was like, whoever came up with that should get a few bucks from the movie industry. I'm sure he helped sell a lot of tickets for that. But yeah, Christopher Nolan, he does a good job at directing films. He lost me on Tenet, though. Tenet gave me a headache. First time I saw Tenet, I was lost. I had no idea what was going on in Tenet. And then I had to go see it a second time, and I was like, oh, I finally understand. Sort of. I don't know how you can completely really follow Tenet. The people, I'm sure there's some smart people that are able to follow that. I'm like lost. My head hurts. Like I have to use all of my brain power to know what's going on. But I do think Christopher Nolan is a great storyteller, for sure. I like a lot of his stuff. Who else has been a good director lately? No, I can't think of any other really big names. Oh, come on, chat. You guys run the show. We got to keep this moving. We can talk chiropractic. We can talk movies, video games, social media, whatever's been going on. I'm really here for you guys tonight. Okay, Jordan says, what movie am I most excited for to come out this year? There are quite a few movies coming out this year. Deadpool 3 is a good one. I'm excited for Hugh Jackman to come back as Wolverine. Dune 2, I'm also excited for. Dune's going to be good. I remember when I first saw the first Dune, I was with one of my friends, and we talked through the whole film. So I completely lost track of what Dune was about the first time I saw it. So when I left the theater, I was like completely lost. I was like, what is Dune? Like, what is this? The story makes no sense. So I just recently watched it again. I'm like, okay, now I get Dune. Okay, this is actually a really good movie, really good story. So that made me even more excited for Dune 2. The Deadpool series, I've really enjoyed the Deadpool series. Deadpool 2 kind of fell a little bit, but it wasn't a horrible film. Like I wouldn't call that a B movie at all. But Deadpool 1 is definitely really good. What else is coming out this year? I know they had a movie list of what was coming out. Wow, Jordan, you're currently reading the Dune series. Wow, those books are thick. And I know those books, I forget how, like, are those books pretty slow through the story? Or does it pick up pretty good? Like, there's enough in there to keep you reading and keep you invested in the story. I haven't even tried reading those books. I have the first Dune book. I have yet to start it. I'm looking up the movie list for 2023 here. Or 2024. I'm still thinking we're in last year. There is one. Hang on, I want to get this book. I'll be right back. Hang on one second. is thick, man. There we go. All right. Try not to bump anything. Okay, kind of, sort of, but invested in the movies. Okay. So right now I'm reading the Brandon Sanderson book. It's called The Way of Kings. This is a 3-book series. They had it on Black Friday for like all 3 books for like $15. I was like, I'm picking these up. I've heard good things about it. One of my uncle actually was like, you need to get invested in this story. It's like, so in the beginning of the book, it's kind of an introductory. So they just come off right off the bat with action and fighting. There's like a mystical warrior, is the best way I can say it. And he has like special abilities, like almost it's kind of very similar to Jedi, but not really. He's able to like latch himself onto walls and ceilings, so like the ceiling will become the floor. It's very weird. Like you have to read the book and keep up with the book to like know like what angles they're trying to go for where he is. But he's like latching himself to walls and ceilings to fight the enemy. And he's like infiltrating this like castle to kill the king. And he succeeds, but he's like he has like a mystical sword. The sword it's like I don't know if it's invisible or if you can see it. It's like made out of like energy. And the way it cuts through you, it won't cut off your arm, it just kills the nerves in the arm. So your arm will just be dangling there, and you're just like freaking out, like, why is my arm not moving? And then you're dead, right? Then he just kind of slices you in the neck, and that's pretty much game over. So he takes on like four guards or something like that, and they're like nothing to him. Like he just takes them out. And then he gets to the king, and the king is trying to fool him, right? So he sends somebody running out down the secret passageway in this like full-on armor that the king wears. And the way you get this armor is by killing this huge crab. Like they've tried to explain like how huge this animal is. And if you are lucky enough, it will have dropped one of these like plates, and the plates that you put on, it just creates this mystical armor around you. And if you hit the certain amount, like you hit the certain armor plate a certain amount of times, it'll just crack and break. But the armor will also regenerate. So if you give the armor enough time, that plate that you just shattered will come back. And it also gives the wearer increased strength, increased speed, increased durability. So he really becomes like a tank that you don't really want to mess with him. So unless you're also in a full plate armor along with him, then you would want to fight him. But if he's in that armor, you're pretty much like, I'm going to avoid that guy. And the reason the guy that has this mystical sword, the reason why he wants to fight him is because he says he's faster without wearing it. So he's like on a different level compared to people that have to wear their armor as like a handicap. So anyway, so the king sends someone else that's like wearing the king's garb, whatever. He's running down this hallway as fast as he can. So he starts chasing after this guy, and he starts thinking to himself, what if this guy is a decoy? So he stops running, turns around, and runs back towards the king's bedroom. And the king is dressed in that armor, making himself look like he was just a bodyguard. So this assassin, this other soldier, this mystical soldier, that he's really an assassin, he charged at the king, and the king did not know he figured it out. And they get into like a little bit of a brawl. They go flying out the window, and then they have this huge fight. And then what is it? I almost want to say it's an awning. Like they're on this like wooden plateau that's been man-made. And it falls, it collapses, and it collapses on the king. And then the king dies. But the king tells the assassin, tell my brother that you must unite like all of the kingdoms. And it was also a passage from a book. And in this universe, the men can't read and the men can't write. The women do that. So the women do the reading and they do the writing. For whatever reason, the men are like, we're more focused on warfare. We don't care about reading. We don't care about writing. So they leave that to the women. But yeah, this is a thick book. This book has 1,200 pages in one book. So I'm at page 600 and something. I'm like halfway through the book. But no, that is a great read. I've really enjoyed reading this book, and I would recommend anyone that's into like mystical warriors and stuff like that. I would definitely look into this and look into the series. I really enjoyed it. I don't really take recommendations for books very seriously. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll read it. But no, I'm really glad I started reading this book because I don't really read too many books. School kind of took it out of me in terms of reading. But no, in terms of reading though, nowadays I really stick to comic books. I'm really into comics. Like I've been reading of quite a few of those. What else have I been reading? That's pretty much it, I think. In terms of comics, I read like Batman, Star Wars, Wolverine comics. The Wolverine series has been good. Mangas. I read all of the Demon Slayer. Kimetsu Yaiba. That whole manga was really good. I really enjoyed reading that. My nieces and nephews are really into JoJo, so they've read like pretty much all the mangas for JoJo. I can't really get into JoJo. JoJo was kind of weird. I couldn't get into that. I didn't really like the stand stuff like that. That was a little bit odd for me. In terms of anime, though, I really like Dragon Ball Z. If you guys haven't noticed, I have a lot of Dragon Ball Z stuff in my office. I've also introduced my wife to Yu Yu Hakusho. We started watching that one. We tried watching the live action of Yu Yu Hakusho, but they completely ruined Yu Yu Hakusho. Steven says you can say it is bizarre. Yeah, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Yes, it is. It is definitely a bizarre story. So, what else? But yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho was ruined by Netflix. They ruined Yu Yu Hakusho. If you guys really want to see like the original Yu Yu Hakusho, I recommend going on like Crunchyroll. The anime for Yu Yu Hakusho is really good. They're hilarious. They're not very serious. It's very exaggerated. The live action is nothing like that. The live action, they took all of that out and they're all serious now. We don't laugh. There's no over-exaggerated expressions. We all look like this. So I was really upset at that. I'm like, I'm done. I'm not gonna watch the rest of it. They also skipped a lot of the source material. Like they jumped right to the insects. I'm like, that's not part of the anime. I mean, it is part of the anime, but it's much later in the anime. Anyways, One Piece. Yes, we loved One Piece on Netflix. Netflix did a great job with One Piece. I haven't tried watching the anime because the anime is like 10,000 episodes. I know people who have binged 10,000 episodes. I'm like, you guys are nuts. I have tried to watch the anime for One Piece. Luffy is just he's a little bit. I think he's a little too annoying in the anime. Like I can't deal with his character in the anime. But everyone else in the animes, but everyone else in the live action. I'm sorry, which one am I talking about? I'm talking about anime, right? Yes. So yeah, Luffy in the anime was annoying. Everyone else in the anime was okay though. I liked Zoro. Zoro's character in the anime was really good. I liked the guy it was funny who the guy they picked to do the live action for Zoro was more of a drama actor. He's not really an action guy. So I thought that was an interesting choice for them to pick him to be Zoro, but he actually did a really good job. Jordan, why are you crying? Why are you crying, Jordan? I'm curious. You got me curious now. But another show we've been watching is Reacher. Jack Reacher on Amazon Prime. That show's been really good. We had to binge watch the first season to get ready for the second season, and the second season has been really good for Reacher. A lot of the stunts they do in that are hilarious. Good evening, Har. How you doing? All right. What other good shows have been out that we've watched? One other show I am looking forward to is the live action of the Avatar: The Last Airbender. That looks like it's going to be good. It looks like they've really chosen a lot of good actors to be in Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like a lot of people that look exactly like their counterparts from the show, from the cartoon. So it looks like they're going to do that a lot of justice, because the M. Night Shyamalan live-action Avatar movie, we don't talk about that one. We're like, that's gone into exile along with Dragon Ball Evolution. Like, both those movies just go to a subsection. We're just like, they're just going to stay over there, and we're never going to talk about them ever again. Like, when people bring those up in conversations, like, please, just no. It's like, gag reflex, you know? It's like, don't talk to me about this. Don't talk to me about those movies. It's like, it's a good conversation ender. It's like, no, we're good. I remember really wanting to watch Dragon Ball Evolution when it came out, and then as soon as I saw it, I'm like, yeah, I think I'm done. I'm going back to the cartoon, back to the anime now. Thank you. It was awful. But yeah, Jordan, I cannot wait for the Last Airbender show to come out. It seems like they're really doing their due diligence and actually staying true to the course material there. So I'm glad they're doing that. Gregory, yep, agree with you there. But yeah, the M. Night Shyamalan The Last Airbender movie, I don't know what he was thinking. Like, what were you thinking that was a good idea? Like, that was not... Like, where are you going with that? Like, I want to know who was talking to him. I want to know, like, what people were in, like, the boardroom meetings, you know? Like, guys, I have a great idea for this movie. We're going to ignore the cartoon, right? We're going to ignore everything that's already been done. We're going to ignore that. We're going to do our own thing. And everyone looked at that guy going, that's a great idea. Let's do it. We got a good production company. They're giving us lots of money to do this film. It's like, please no. It's like, fire that guy. Whoever came up with that idea, fire him. Yes, Gregor, it was trash. And I agree with you, Jordan. I'm like, that movie does not exist. Just it goes in the garbage to never be spoken of again. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Halo. There's been a new Halo show out. They did season 1. I think season 1 was last year or a couple years ago. Season 2 is set to come out next month February 8th or February 6th, I think. They've completely killed Master Chief. Like, what does Master Chief do? Like, he's supposed to be this Spartan who wears, like, this armor. He never takes off his helmet. You never see his face. We don't know what he looks like. He's been a soldier since he was, like, a child. You know, he was basically kidnapped from his home. And then they put a clone to live in the home. And they trained him to become this soldier for humanity. He's basically the savior of humanity. And then they wanted to make it. Then they made a TV show, and when the TV show got announced, we're like, yes, finally a Halo TV show. And then they show us a TV show, and he takes his helmet off, and we're all like, Master Chief would do that. Like that's not something he would do. But I didn't really have a problem with the show, though. Overall, the show, if you don't really take it too seriously, like if you know, like keep it separate from the video games, keep it separate from the source material, keep it separate from all of the extra media that Bungie did for it and all these new comics. If you ignore all that, the show is great. But if you try to put the show in the same universe as the comics and the video games, the show just falls apart and falls flat on its face. But a lot of the action sequences for it, I really enjoyed the action sequences. They were all like well choreographed, and I didn't have a problem with the with all that stuff. The story, though, I didn't really like the brainwashing part. Like, the Spartans weren't brainwashed. They knew what they were being trained for. And they weren't just killing machines. Like, they had emotions. They were allowed to care for people. Like, that was part of their character. But the show, they just took all the humanity out of the Spartans and just made them basically robots. Let me see. Blucka, he said, have you ever seen the movie Upgrade from 2018? Upgrade. I'm pretty sure I have. That sounds familiar. Upgrade. I have seen Upgrade. Upgrade was a good movie. I did enjoy Upgrade. I know that movie did not do well in the box office. It did not do well. But I did enjoy Upgrade. That was a good movie. Along with Gamer. Gamer was another good movie, and that came out years ago. And that has Gerard Butler in it. Yeah. Okay. Back to the chat. Let me see here. Are they making a sequel? Are you talking about the Halo series, Jordan?
Upgrade.
Okay, you're talking about Upgrade. Is Upgrade doing a sequel? Is it? Okay, and Blucka says it is being turned into a TV series, supposedly. Okay. Well, that would be interesting if they turned Upgrade into a TV series. I didn't hear anything about that. Okay. And then Jordan, I saw something about it on Twitter. Okay. I'll have to check it out on Twitter then. I have not heard that they're thinking about doing a TV series for Upgrade. I did not know that. But Upgrade as a movie, I did enjoy that. I'm trying to think. Okay, here's a conversation for everybody. What was the worst movie of 2023? We've talked about what we think the best movie was. I want to hear what you guys think. What was the worst movie of 2023? And that one I have to think about. I have to go back. I've seen so many movies of 2023. I'm like, I have to think about what came out last year. I'm so bad at remembering of what I've seen and what I haven't seen. I'm trying to think what was. Pulling up IMDb of what came out just so I can just see what I saw that I think it was not. Oh, did Thor: Love and Thunder come out last year? That was pretty bad. The Ant-Man movie, yeah, I did hear that the Ant-Man movie was not good either. The Ant-Man movie, it felt more like a Star Wars movie. I'm like laser guns. I'm like what is this? What kind of what are we doing here, guys? Like this is not an Ant-Man movie. And then of course, like Kang gets defeated right at the end of that movie. Sorry, spoilers by the way, spoilers. There's lots of Kangs. It's called the Kang Dynasty. If for people that don't know, there's multiple Kangs, and I'm thinking the one that we saw in the Ant-Man movie was like one of the weaker Kangs. Like he's not the head guy who's gonna have to battle the Avengers. But anyways, okay. And spoilers are over for that one. Thor: Love and Thunder was awful. I don't know what he was thinking when he was making that movie. I mean, it was the same guy who did Thor Ragnarok, right? It was the same director. And Thor Ragnarok was great. I loved Ragnarok. That was like one of the best versions of Thor. I would say I think the best version of Thor, though, was Avengers Infinity War. Avengers Infinity War, we had like the best Thor in that one. And it's like, why couldn't they just copy-paste Thor from Infinity War and put him in Thor: Love and Thunder? Like, I think that movie would have done a lot better if they had just done a copy-paste of that Thor instead of trying to make him into this goofy, weird person. But yeah, I think that one I kind of regret. I did regret going to see that movie in the theater. I'm like, why am I watching this? Why am I sitting here? Yes, Jordan, Infinity War was definitely peak Marvel. I think my favorite scene from Infinity War was when he just pulls a moon. When Thanos just pulls a moon out of the sky and just throws it at Iron Man. And Iron Man's like, if he throws another planet at me, I'm gonna lose it. I thought that was hilarious. And then also, I think the other good scene was when Doctor Strange turned a black hole that was thrown from Thanos into butterflies. He turned a black hole into a bunch of insects. And then Endgame happened, and then Endgame was still good. Endgame I really enjoyed. Like that was definitely like you had to go to the movie theater to see Endgame. Like people's reactions to Captain America wielding Mjolnir, like that was awesome. I think another good theater moment was for Spider-Man: No Way Home when we got to see Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire come through the portals. That was another like peak moment you had to be in the movie theaters for to like hear everyone just screaming for these people. And I'm glad that Andrew Garfield is now like getting his recognition. Like I know he wasn't really like everyone's like favorite Spider-Man. I enjoyed Andrew Garfield. His Spider-Man movies were okay, but still not as good as Tobey Maguire. I mean, come on, Tobey Maguire is the OG. He's gonna be Spider-Man, you know. Jordan says if it's okay. I know some liked it, but the characters felt nerfed. Which movie are we talking about for the nerf characters? I've been talking about a few different films here. I've lost track. Let me see. Okay. But yeah, I think back to Spider-Man though. I think Tom Holland has done a good job as Spider-Man. I've really liked him. Multiverse of Madness. Oh no. Oh, I forgot about Multiverse of Madness. Ooh. Okay, when I first watched that movie, my first impressions of it, I liked Multiverse of Madness of the direction they took it. It was much more of like a horror film. But as I left the movie theater and the movie just kind of settled in and I was able to digest it a little bit more, I'm like, no. I loved Zombie. Doctor Strange. Zombie Doctor Strange was awesome. I love when he just pulls like all the zombies into a cape and he just goes flying at Scarlet Witch. That was cool. But yeah, everyone in that movie was pretty much nerfed to Scarlet Witch. Like Scarlet Witch just tears through everybody in that film. The bloopers for that movie were good though too. Like her bloopers were pretty good. Marvels. Yeah, Marvels did not do well last year for sure. They Disney lost so much money on Marvels. I think their budget for that film was like $300 million for Marvels, and I think they made $197 million in the box office. So they lost quite a bit on that film. I think as a whole though, I think Disney lost like $1.3 billion last year in terms of revenue. I'm like, we gotta change things in Disney a little bit. Like there's definitely something they gotta do to try to right the ship, and so that way we can have some good. We need some good movies from them for sure. But yeah, they have not been killing it lately in terms of movies. Okay, Jordan hasn't seen the Marvels. Yeah, probably. I don't know if I would even recommend watching it on Disney Plus when it goes on streaming. I don't even know if I would recommend that. I don't know. But yeah, Marvels. I have yet to hear anything good about it. So I don't know if it's even worth my time. Another bad movie of 2023, Flash. CGI. What were you doing? What was the CGI, guys? What was your plan for Flash? Like, come on. It was awful. I'm like sitting there. I enjoyed I enjoyed Michael Keaton as Batman. Michael Keaton coming back to reprise Batman. I'm like, yes, finally we get to see Michael Keaton again don the cape of Batman. His action sequences, I loved it. I would just rewatch it just for Michael Keaton. But everything else, I'm like, the CGI sucked. Everything looked fake. Then they tried to come out on Twitter going, "Oh, it was all planned, guys. We really, all that nasty, bad CGI, it was all done on purpose. We did it on purpose." So you purposefully made your CGI bad just so people could complain about it? Like, come on. Like, that's not a good answer for that. Like, they definitely should have delayed the film, but I understand why they didn't want to delay it, because now you got, I think his name is James Gunn. You have him coming back, or not coming back. He's taking over the DCEU now. He's taking over the DC universe. So Zack Snyder's been kicked out. He's no longer part of it, which, I mean, a lot of people didn't really like Zack Snyder's films, which I kind of understand that aspect of it. I mean, his DC movies weren't all that great. They were still enjoyable. Like, there was things to enjoy, but there just wasn't enough substance there to keep you drawn into it. But since James Gunn has taken over the DC universe, nothing else matters. The Aquaman movie that just came out doesn't matter. Flash doesn't matter. Like, everything that happens to those means nothing, because James Gunn is doing a whole reboot of the universe. But I think, wasn't James Gunn the director of the Suicide Squad movie? That was really good. I really enjoyed the Suicide Squad movie. Solomon Jack. It says, watching from Papua. Hi! New Guinea. Wow, that's far. How's the weather there right now? Not quite sure what the climate is in Guinea. But thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you're enjoying our... Thursday Night Madness has turned literally into madness. We were supposed to do a gaming stream. That's kind of fallen apart. We're just going to forget about... I'm going to try. I will try next time to better do that. We're going to be doing another game. Try to do another gaming stream on Sunday. Hopefully we'll have the bugs fixed by then. I don't know why the game froze and it doesn't want to be streamed. I don't know, and I really don't want to try to like take the whole stream time trying to get the game to work. I'm just not going to do it. We're going to forget about the gaming stream, and we're just here talking to the community, and I've been having a blast. So thank you guys for keeping the conversation going. Like the chat is really carrying the show right now. Otherwise, without you guys, I would literally be just like sitting here like, yeah. So you guys have really saved me. So I really appreciate. Oh my gosh, I still can't speak. Okay, let's try this again. I really appreciate everyone that's in here commenting and running the show. Like you guys have taken over. So thank you guys. Ray's just laughing. Yeah, this show has turned into a little bit of a yeah. But we're having a good time though. We're having a good time. So thank you guys for commenting and making me laugh, and and keep the conversation productive. We're having a good time. So thank you. And my wife's right here sitting next to me. She's not feeling good, but she's laughing. she's laughing of all the bloopers I'm pretty much making. I'm making a meme of myself right now. Like for all you guys out there, you can go ahead and clip whatever you want and post it on Twitter and then tag me. Like Max goofed up again. Dr. Max, he's goofing. Trust me, there'll be plenty of those. It'll never stop. I'll be goofing. See, I don't know where I'm going with that anymore. Just a loading bar, you know. Angel, hi. How's it going? Angel's been watching my videos. I see your comments, Angel. I've seen them. So I appreciate your support. Julie, do you play any other games? I play a variety of video games. My wife is a little bit more touchy on the video game side. She gets very easily dizzy from playing, like fast movements. Like she kind of gets nausea a little bit. So I have to try to find a little bit of slow paced and not a lot of camera movement to keep her involved. I tried to get her to play Halo one time. Halo, she was like, no. We tried playing Halo 1. We got to the second level. And as soon as you get, like, the second level, you crash land on Halo, which is like this huge, like, super ring weapon. You exit from your escape pod. And the first thing you have to do to progress through the level is walk across a bridge. And the bridge is probably, like, this narrow. She kept walking off the bridge. She couldn't walk straight. So she'd just keep falling off the bridge, dying, and to the point where she's like, you know what? I give up. I'm done. So I've lost her on first-person shooter games. So so it's always a struggle to try to find games for both of us to play. So that's why we tried Party Animals. She really enjoys Party Animals. We also will play Overcooked. We have Overcooked on Nintendo Switch. She does like that one. That one we will get so many clips just from that. People just clipping me out and posting them on Twitter. Because Overcooked gets chaotic very quickly because all of that is in a small kitchen. And you have two people running around a kitchen trying to get orders correct. Yeah, that turns really hectic really quickly. Jordan says, ever played Valorant? Valorant. I've watched people play Valorant. Valorant isn't really my cup of tea. I'm probably more into Overwatch. Overwatch would probably be more my speed. Let me catch up here. Pikachu says, hello, I'm new. Hello, Pikachu. Welcome. I am your host, Dr. Max. Welcome to Thursday Night Madness. We were supposed to do a gaming stream. That's kind of gone downhill. So now we're just all having a good time, and we're all just basically just running through the chat, and we're all having a very nice conversation. So hopefully you're having a good time. Jordan says, wait, are my PC or console? I am mostly a console gamer. I've not gotten into the PC space. that takes a little bit more of a budget, and I'm not on that big of a budget right now. I'm sure I could get like a good gaming laptop, but I'm like, I'd rather spend the money on getting a Series X or a PS5 or something like that. Like, that's where I'd rather be right now. But maybe one day I might be convinced. My nephews and my even Dr. Ed, they're big on PC gaming, and they're all upset at me for not being on PC. So I still get the console hate, sadly. Yes, Jordan, imagine if she played a VR game. She has played Beat Saber on PS5 VR. And she does pretty good for Beat Saber, because all of that is just, you're just looking in one direction. Don't have to really look around too much. But yes, if she tried to do like a more immersive VR game, I think she'd be falling over onto the floor. Basically, like, just take the headset off, please. Just take it off. I'm done. Give me back my party animals. You know. Angel says, "Thank you. I appreciate you for videos. Are fun to watch." Thank you so much, Angel. Yes, we try to get better with each video. But yeah, you guys are really the ones that drive this channel and being able to help us improve. And so I can't run this channel without any of you. So I thank everyone that tunes in and watches. Like, you guys are a great support for us. So, you know, we couldn't do any of this. And I've started doing live streams because I'm like, you guys have helped me so much with the videos. I'm like, you know what? I need to start talking to you more. I want to get to know the community, get to know the people that are the viewers. So I wanted to kind of make myself available for this time, like after I get off work, and kind of catch up with everybody. Pikachu says hi. Hello. Another on your same page here, Jordan. I haven't even tried Warzone for Call of Duty, based on just how many cheaters I see on Warzone all the time. I'm like, I don't think I could even. I don't think I can even deal with the stress of Warzone. Like, I think one of the biggest streamers I've watched for Warzone is probably Dr. Disrespect. I love watching his streams because when he rages, it's hilarious. Because he'll just be composed 1 second, and the next second he's just cussing and walking off screen. So I watch him go through it, but I'm like, I don't think I could put myself through that. Like, I play video games kind of to relax and not get angry. Because sometimes my wife will be asking me that question. Like, we'll get home after work, and I'll play Halo or play Call of Duty, and I'm like yelling at the screen because a lot of that happens. It just makes no sense. Like, you shoot somebody and then someone kills you instead. It's like, how does that work? Because in real life, I'm pretty sure that guy would, I'm pretty sure I would have defeated him, but no, instead I'm dead. That doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm just like screaming at the absurdity of this, and she's just like, it's a video game. Like, chill, like why are you having to yell? Like, you don't understand. So I've stopped really playing more of the competitive stuff, just so I don't have to be the angry person in the room. Pikachu says, "What do you do on your channel?" So Pikachu, I am a chiropractor. So I went to Palmer College of Florida. I was there for 3.5 years to get my doctorate. I am a chiropractor in the state of Florida. So most of my videos are of me treating my patients, and you get my patients' reactions along with my reactions, and you actually get to see people get better over time through the video. People walk in, sometimes they're limping or just in so much pain, and towards the end of the video, they're all smiles and laughing at the end. So it's really more for education. I try to educate people in how to take better care of themselves and live a healthier lifestyle. So a lot of my earlier videos are more education. Like, if you go back to like the beginning of last year, those are more of my talkative videos. Like, I pretty much don't stop talking through those. And then these last few months, we've tried ones where I remain more quiet. We try to do more of like a ASMR type video. So that seems to have been better for a lot of people. Like people seem to have liked more of the ASMR stuff. So we're just trying out a few different things, see what people like, see what people don't like. I did the very talkative videos for a little bit, so now we're trying to do the non-talkative videos for a little bit, see how they do in terms of the algorithm. Thank you, Pikachu. I really appreciate it. No, you are a good person. You know, Keanu Reeves, right? I don't know if you saw that if you've seen the gaming awards with Keanu Reeves. They're like, "You're breathtaking," and he's like, "No, you're breathtaking." So, no, I really appreciate it. Thank you, Pikachu. Thank you. Jordan says, ever did any sports, and what sports you watch? So in terms of sports that I watch, football I couldn't care less about unless it's the Super Bowl. I don't know how many haters I'm going to get for that, but I don't really care. I don't care about any other game in football. I wait for the Super Bowl, and then that's the game I care about. I don't have like any favorite team of football. I really just go for like whoever's really good that year. So if there's like a good quarterback or a good running back, or if there's a team that's doing really well, I'll pay more attention to them. But in terms of an overall sport, I don't really care who's who. You know, like some of my favorite players were of course, were Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning, my gosh, such a great quarterback. And then Tom Brady. I mean, how could you not appreciate what he did for the sport? Like he did. Like he was a great quarterback. I used to watch Tom Brady and Gronk. Like, to be honest though, I think Gronk carried Brady a little bit. In all honesty, I think like without Gronk, Tom Brady wouldn't have been as good as he is. Brady has such a good throwing arm that you need someone of Gronk's size to just grab the ball out of the air. Like, I think everyone else in the football was just too short. Like, Tom Brady would just be throwing the ball, and they just couldn't get there fast enough. So, who's going to get in Gronk's way? You're just going to get run over by the guy. The guy is huge. Everyone's just going to move out of the way for him. They're like, I don't want to get... No, Gronk's coming my way. I don't want to get injured this season. So, I do think, like, without Gronk, like, I think you would have a little bit of an underperforming Tom Brady. I'm glad you like the Reeves reference, Jordan. Marvel Dawn. Taking as always. Taking? You mean talking as always? Yes. I hope I'm understanding that message. Yeah, no, Reeves has a lot of good memes. One of the other good memes was, I think it was from the movie Always Be My Maybe. That was a good movie, and I liked his cameo in it. You guys have to look that meme up. He's like in a restaurant, very fancy restaurant, and they give him like a little bit of food, and they play the sound of the animal you're eating. I know it sounds really weird, out of context. You just have to see the video for that. Angel, I agree. That's why Brady took Gronk with him when he went to Tampa. Yes, yeah. I think when Brady was there, when he first went to the Bucs, he didn't have Gronk, right? I think when he first went to Tampa Bay, Gronk was still like semi-retired, and then they had to offer Gronk a certain amount of money, and probably Tom Brady went to him, probably was like, "Can you please play for the Bucs? Like, please come over here." And then I guess he agreed, and then I think they won the next Super Bowl with Gronk, right? If my memory serves me correctly, I think that's what happened. And I think after that, that's when he should have retired, but he was like, "No, I could play one more season." And then they lost. Like, they did so badly, and then Brady's like, "Okay, I'm out, guys. I'm retiring now." It's like, good move. Okay, Marvel now. It was talking. Okay. I figured. Yeah, once you get me talking, I pretty much don't stop. You can get me rambling pretty quickly. You just gotta give me a topic. That's why I'm thankful for the chat right now. If I didn't have the chat, it would be really awkward silence. I'd be like thinking of topics. I'm like, I don't know what really should we talk about next. Angel says, yes, they won the Super Bowl together. Okay. I'm glad I'm remembering that correctly. I wasn't sure. All right. So just a timestamp for you guys. We have hit an hour. I'm usually only on here for about an hour. We can go for another 30 minutes if you guys want me to. I'll leave it up to the chat. Can I do a poll? How do I do a poll? Let's see. I'm going to try to figure out how to add a poll here. Marvel Don says, if you could be a Marvel character, which one would you be and why? Ooh. See, years ago I would have said Wolverine when I was like 10 or 11. So I thought he was really cool to have adamantium claws and have a healing factor. But if you get into the argument where you can only have one power, Wolverine kind of falls apart because he's like a bunch of powers put in one. So I ended up going, you know what? I don't want to be Wolverine anymore. Because if you don't have the healing factor and you get the adamantium claws, it's gonna get messed up really quickly. So I stopped wanting to choose him. And I'm trying to think of a happy one, right? I'm trying to think of a happy superhero. None of them are really happy. You choose Spider-Man. His parents are gone. His uncle and his aunt are gone. I'm like, and now with the new No Way Home, he loses his girlfriend because he has to wipe everybody's minds that he even existed. So it's like, I don't think I want to be Spider-Man anymore. Unless it's Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. If it was Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, I probably would choose Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Now here comes the twister though. If I was going to be Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, I would have to go with Gwen Stacy. Like, Mary Jane in those films is just a toxic person. I'm just like, how is she still relevant? I'm like, Gwen Stacy should have been the replacement in the Tobey Maguire films. Like, just to be honest. Like, I'm sure I'm going to get clipped out for it. That's fine. I'm just like, Gwen Stacy was definitely the much healthier relationship for Peter Parker in that movie. Mary Jane in the third Spider-Man film was like, it's me. Why should I care about what you do? It's me. It's my problem. Me. I'm like, what about Spider-Man's troubles? He's literally having to protect a whole city by himself. I'm like, what is this? So to answer your question, Robert, I probably would choose Tobey Maguire Spider-Man if I could be with Gwen Stacy. If I'm with Mary Jane, I probably would lose my mind. Ray, dinner ideas. Oh, dinner. Are you saying what am I going to have for dinner? I think we're doing spicy beef. So we have ground beef, and then we add red chili peppers to it. Angel says, Thursday's your live streaming days? Yes, we're doing Thursdays and Sundays to do live streams. Both will hopefully be gaming streams. We will be having a game going, and we'll still be reading the chat as we are today. And we'll still have a very productive chat. Hopefully on those days when our show's actually working the way it should. It just didn't go that way today, which is fine. Marvel Don says, Mary Jane from the 90s cartoon should be your choice, my dude. Okay, I do agree with you. Mary Jane in the early 90s was great. She was good. Even in the 90s cartoon, she was a good choice. But I would also give you an argument for that one. Felicia was also really good. If you've ever played Web of Shadows, the Felicia ending was good. I'm still trying. How do you do a poll? I see people do it all the time. Let me see here. Here we go. Start a poll. Should we go for another 30 minutes? Okay, I'm starting a poll. This is just if you guys want me to. If we should go for another 30 minutes, or if we should just end it here. If this is a good ending point, just let me know. I'm leaving it up to the chat. I'll leave it up there for 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna end the poll. Okay, now we're gonna get into comics now. Good love interest in comics. Okay. A lot of people would always go to like Batman and Catwoman for one of the like top rated love interests in terms of comic media. Okay, Jordan says y'all got it. I gotta go eat dinner. All right. Come on, people, vote. If it stays, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave the poll there for 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes. I'm gonna leave it there, and then if it's still yes, I'll go. I'll keep going. But okay, but Jordan's got to get out. Thank you, Jordan, for tuning in. Thank you so much for your help running the chat. You really saved my butt on this one. So I appreciate you guys. You have a good night. All right. Angel, Angel says, are you looking forward to Deadpool 3? Yes. Deadpool 3 I am looking forward to. I've been trying to stay away from spoilers. They've been posting so many pictures of the set, and I saw even Ryan Reynolds was memeing off of the set pictures by adding in all these random appearances by people. I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, I'm being very cautious when scrolling through social media in terms of spoilers for that movie. But yeah, in terms of Deadpool 3, I am excited. I'm so happy they have Hugh Jackman coming back. I know Hugh Jackman has been hesitant to come back for Wolverine because he's like, I'm old. So trying to get in shape is just much harder for him now, as opposed to when he was younger. But I am happy that he agreed to be in Deadpool 3. So I think in that aspect it's going to be really good. As long as they do his character justice, I think the movie's going to do really well. Now, whether or not the movie's going to hit $1 billion, though, that's the question. I don't think it's going to have enough momentum to hit $1 million. I don't think it's going to make it. Malvadon still says the poll's up to 100%. Yes, it's at right now. The yeses have it at 88%. So I'm not gonna lie, I am a little hungry. But if the chat wants me here for an extra 30 minutes, I will be happy enough to stay here with you guys chatting. That's not a problem. I'm happy enough to do it. I hope. Okay, I'm gonna butcher this name right now. I think it's Arlinette Vlog or Arlene TV. You probably heard my wife. She corrected me. Okay, Arlene TV Vlog says hello. Hi. All right, so again, just for the new viewers that are tuning in, if there are any, I am Dr. Max. This is Thursday Night Madness. I am your host. We are pretty much posting every day. Like, there's always new content being posted. We post the shorts on Wednesday, pretty much every day for shorts, and then our longer format gets posted on Tuesdays and Fridays is our longer format videos, and then Thursdays and Sundays will be the live streams. We did get memberships working, so we have we call our membership Mad Max, which just gives you access to the badges and gives you access to our exclusive emojis that we've been working on. So we did get one new member last week. I don't know if she's in here, but our new member. She's been very supportive of our channel for I think at least from the middle of last year. So if she ever tunes in, I just want to say thank you. Ray says, how did you like Japan? Japan was really fun. My wife and we went to Japan for a week. We were there for a week. We met her parents are from Thailand, so they flew. They had a 6-hour flight to get to Japan from Thailand. They got there before us, though, so they were able to go get food and then bring us food when we got there. But our flight is substantially longer. Our flight was 15 hours total. We had one layover. No, 13 hours total. It was a 3-hour flight for the layover, and then a 10-hour flight to get from the U.S. to Japan. And we landed in the Narita airport in Japan. But those 10-hour flights, man, I would not. Those are awful. I do recommend if you ever do go on a long flight, make sure you bring like a pillow to at least put behind your back. Like right now, I have my Charmander pillow. He just goes right behind my back. Like he's not in my low back, so I don't put him. He doesn't go here. He's right up here in my mid back, just pushing me forward there. So that way it starts giving me some of that better curvature in my back. So I'm not sitting flat. Here we're getting all rounded forward. So Charmander's helping me sit up straight. Yeah, you just don't want to put really pillows low back. But yeah, those airplane seats are hard as rocks, man. So definitely need pillows for your butt and need a pillow for your back. But yeah, no, Japan was a lot of fun. I was glad I went. I would say though, a week in Japan is a little long. I think by the 6th day, we were just kind of like, okay, what do we do now? You know, like we were like really trying to figure out like stuff to do on the 6th and 7th day to get activities in. 5 days though, 5 days we were pretty much nonstop moving. Like 5 days, like you can have a pretty good schedule of where to go in a day, so you're constantly busy. Okay, I'm gonna end the poll. It was 90. It was there. Those are the results. It was 89% yes for me to keep going for 30 minutes. So I'm gonna keep going. Ray, thank you for the 199 super chat. I love it. Thank you so much. Let me see here. Do I at least make? How can I pop that up? How do I pop this up? Hopefully it popped up for everybody. But yeah, she just said, love your channel. So thank you, Ray, for the support. Thank you so much for the 199. I really appreciate it. You guys are what makes this show happen. You guys are what makes this channel happen. Without you guys, I don't know where I would be in terms of the practice. Even the practice, like what you guys do here on the channel helps the practice. It helps us run the YouTube channel behind the scenes. So without you guys, I don't know how we would be making a living, really. So I really appreciate it. Oh, sorry, Marvel. Did I miss your chat? You said, did you see the movie New Mutants? Because I can't wait for part 2. New Mutants. That movie came out a few years ago. Am I right? New Mutants. Let me look it up. I think I did see that movie. New Mutants. Yes, I did. Yes, that came out 3 years ago, 2020. Yes, I did see New Mutants. That movie was supposed to be R-rated as well. And they neutered it at the last second. I think it was like in the last 3 months of production, they're like, nah, we're not going to do an R-rated film. We're going to do a PG-13. And as soon as they did that, it was like, that's not what this movie was marketed as. That wasn't what the original plan was. So like when it was first announced, it was supposed to be this gruesome mutant movie. And to be honest, I was excited for it because like most of the stuff we've got from X-Men and all that have been like PG and PG-13. So to have more of like a gruesome mutant film, I was like, yes, I was on board for it. But I was a little bummed out when they at the in the last few months they're like, no, we're gonna make it a PG-13 film. But I do remember if I do remember my first impressions of it, I did enjoy the movie. Like I didn't like walk out and go, that was a horrible movie. Like kind of like Multiverse of Madness, right? I saw Multiverse of Madness, and during it I was enjoying it, and then when you leave, as you kind of let it digest, you're like, it's not. It wasn't as good as I thought it was as I was watching it. But New Mutants, I never really found myself hating that movie. I wouldn't even call it a B movie. I wouldn't even put New Mutants in the category of a B movie. But I wouldn't put it in S tier though. It definitely was not. It wasn't a fantastic movie. I would say it was a good movie though. But if they are doing a part 2 for New Mutants, I'm definitely on board for that. If they do it as an R-rated movie, if they do that bait and switch again where they make it a PG-13 film, I don't know how they're going to make it work unless it's already being planned as a PG-13 movie. Then maybe they can execute it a little bit better than they did for the first one. But anyways, back to your sorry. Okay. Oh, Ray says, "Have you seen Gen V?" Yes, we have. We have watched Gen V. Gen V. I was even able to get wifey able. She was even able to watch that one. That one wasn't as grotesque as the boys. The boys, she can't even. She's like, no, I'm out. Like I think by like the season 2, I think it was like by the. I don't think she even tried watching season 2. I almost stopped watching towards the end of season 2. I just kind of was like, I'm just going to force myself to watch it. I want to watch the end fight scene. The end fight scene is supposed to be really good. So I'm just like, I can make it. I can get through it. And the ending didn't disappoint for season 2 of The Boys. So I was glad I kind of forced myself to make it through that. I don't know what you want to call those last like 3 episodes, but that was like peak cringe there. But no, Gen V though as a whole series, that was really good. I even liked the way they ended Gen V. Like that was a good cliffhanger that they ended that on. Ariel Santos, hello from Israel. Cool. Israel, Brazil. Okay. It's interesting. Israel, Brazil. Okay. I don't know how those two go together. They're in 2 different places.
I think it might be a town. I don't know.
Is it a town in Brazil? Because I hear Israel. I'm like, that's not in. Is it really in Brazil? They really have a place called that in Brazil? I didn't know. But now I do. Marvel Dawn. I figured they did that, but it did okay. I thought actress Maisie did well as Wolfbane. Did I just say Wolfbane? Is that Wolfbane? The stupid heart emoji is right over the Bane. I have a heart emoji in the bottom of my chat, and it covers the last 2 letters. I'm like, okay, Wolfbane. Yes, Wolfbane. That was a really good character. They did a really good job writing that one for sure. SMG4 fan says, Among Us sus. Yeah, The Boys was definitely sus for those last few episodes. But I am looking forward to season 3 though. Season 3 of The Boys I am looking forward to, and then season 2 of Gen V, I'm really looking forward to that as well. Talking about Prime series though, I really did like Upload. Upload was also really good. I would say Upload season 1 was better though. Upload season 2 was okay. It was enjoyable. But I didn't find myself laughing as much as I was for season 1. Season 1, I was like hysterical. Season 2 was a little bit more dialed down in terms of comedy. But season 2 for Upload was still really good. I still really enjoyed that. I'm trying to think of what other Amazon Prime shows. I know Grand Tour. I don't know if you guys are into Grand Tour or anything, those car shows, but the Grand Tour stuff was good. The Worldwide Collide says, "Riz us up." Riz us up. Yeah, yeah, definitely the boys did that. Use Riz. Use. What is this, Pokemon? Use Riz. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to make that face. That's the best I can do. Oh gosh. For White Clyde's like, try to, bro. I tried. My nephew does a really good impression of that though. He can do a good one. Marvel Down, what animation cartoons do you watch together? In terms of cartoons, so for the longest time, I grew up watching Avatar: The Last Airbender. I love that cartoon. So I really wanted to show that to wifey. And she was like, I don't watch old cartoons. I don't want to watch old cartoons. No, I'm not into it. So I'm like, okay, fine, don't watch it. So then years later, I'm watching it repeatedly still. It was a good like stress reliever for being in Palmer and going through school. So she finally was like, okay, fine, I see you're having a good time watching the show. Let me try watching it. So she finally watches it and she's like, oh, this show's actually enjoyable. Like she's laughing and having a good time watching it. She makes it through the whole series, and then I try to rewatch it. And she's like, you're going to rewatch it again? I'm like, yes. She's like, I'm out. So she's good with watching like full series like one time, but then to rewatch it, she's like, you got to give me a break. Like you got to come back like 2 years, 3 years later. Then she'll be like, okay, I can rewatch it. Like she has to like forget what's happened. Let me catch up on the chat real quick. Anja, hey, you're live. 2:34, I'm here. Hi. Hello, Anja. How you doing? She's a longtime viewer. She's been a great supporter of our family. I have a now. For people that don't know this, now this is some like chiropractic lore here. Okay, we have a family of chiropractors. Now we don't talk about it all that much. We usually let our like siblings have their own little bubbles, you know, so we don't really conflate them at all. Like even in my own videos, I don't really let people mention my siblings. We try to keep it separate. But my sister's a chiropractor. She has her own YouTube channel. My brother is also a chiropractor who has his own YouTube channel. Our dad is also a chiropractor. And he's been a chiropractor for 30 plus years. So if you want to know who started all of this, it's our dad. I have to give credit to our dad because without him, we would have none of what we have. He's really the one. We call him the guru. Like without him, we would have nothing. So I can't take credit for what I know and for what I do. That credit goes to my dad. Oh boy, we have a spammer in the chat. We have a spammer. Worldwide Collide is spamming Riz. He wants the Riz face. Did I do it really? Did I really do it that well the first time? I swear, I feel like I'm awful at doing it. There you go. That's the best I can do with it.
What is that?
And that one I really tried. All right. I appreciate you, Worldwide Collide. I really, I really appreciate it. I'm doing a horrible job.
Clip you.
I'm doing a really bad job at it. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, again with Anja, like she's a great supporter of all of our channels. She's been great. So thank you so much for all that you do for us. Let me see. Catch up on the chat here. Yeah, Marvel Don. Yep, got a shout out to Dad. Yep, he gets a lot of credits. For my class, it's funny. I got a screenshot. Awesome. I can't wait to see that on Twitter. I can't wait to see my face just doing an awful impression of Riz. on Twitter, and you can tag me. Go ahead, and tag me with it. I'll retweet it. Just, I'll see it somewhere. I'm sure. But other shows that we watch for cartoons. Okay. Another good one was when I tried to get her to watch Demon Slayer. I watched probably past when Zenitsu shows up, who's like the blonde-haired kid who like freaks out all the time. And he's the best part of the show, in my opinion. I love Zenitsu. What Clyde's evil villain laugh. I'm glad you have the screenshot. And then Anja says, "Thanks, Max. You make me blush." Worldwide Clyde, follow for a follow, bro. Sure thing. I'm waiting. I'm waiting on my phone. I'm waiting for the notification. I have Twitter. I know I call X Twitter, but it's been Twitter forever, so it's going to be hard for me to call it something else. But I'm waiting for the notification on X. Okay. And then Worldwide Clyde says, "Nezuko-chan, yes, yep." He screams that all the time. Nezuko.
Oh my god.
That's my Zenitsu impression. I think I do that impression better than Riz.
No.
That's just your opinion.
Ouch.
But yeah, anyways, I make it probably one episode past when Zenitsu shows up. And then she was like, and I tried to get her to watch Demon Slayer before he shows up, and she's like, "No, I don't like this show. The show looks boring. I'm not going to watch it." So I make it to that one, and she just hears this guy screaming at the top of his lungs for Nezuko. And she's like, "What is this show? Why is there a guy screaming?" And she just starts laughing her head off in this episode. She doesn't understand anything that's going on. And she's like, "Can we start over from the beginning?" I'm like, if you had just listened to me in the beginning, I wouldn't have to rewatch the other 5 episodes, but I don't mind rewatching the other 5 episodes because the show is just peak anime. So we had to start. We started the whole thing over again. Worldwide Clyde says, "I'm crying." Or that's the funniest thing I've seen all day, bro. Well, I'm glad I can make your day. Ethan Sellers says hi, hello.
Hi.
I swear, if Ethan's the next spammer, I'm gonna have to slow down the chat. I think I'm gonna have to slow it down. But no, I appreciate the comments, guys. I appreciate it. I'm trying to think of one of the other good moments from Demon Slayer that Zenitsu has. I think one of the funniest ones is when he just goes to sleep when trying to save the children. And the kid's just like, "I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die." The guy who has the sword and has the training, he's knocked out. And then Zenitsu just gets up sleeping and just kills the demon like it's nothing. And then as the head of the demon rolls over to his feet, he just starts freaking out that the demon's dead. And he's like, "Who did it? I didn't do that." All right. Worldwide Clyde says, "I followed you." Okay, I'm checking. I'm looking. They have yet to say anything. Okay, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna go through my followers here. For some reason, it did not notify me. Why didn't X notify me for that? Why, Clyde? Why do I not see you? I'm looking. Maybe it takes a second for it to propagate. I don't see you here. Verified. Let me see here. I'm looking. I don't see anything. Notifications. Okay. I'm gonna give up on that right now. I can't find it. But don't worry, Worldwide Collide. I will try to find you on X, and I will follow you. So don't worry about that. All right. I'm gonna try to keep Marvel On's chat here going. So he was asking about cartoons that the wifey and I watched together. I did try to get her to watch Batman Beyond. She falls out of interest pretty quickly with that show. She has tried to watch it, but then she's like, nah, I'm good. Anja says, bye, going back to sleep. Have fun. Thank you, Anja. You too. Have a good night's sleep. We will see you in the morning. Worldwide Clyde says, okay. Yeah, don't worry. I will find you. I'm not gonna leave you hanging there. All right. Yeah. All right. My wife, we'll try to find you on there. Try to make sure I get the notification on there, and we'll keep the show moving. All right. Any other shows that we've tried? Is there anything else I've tried to make you watch before? That I'm like, you have to watch this.
Oh, so
There's been a lot of shows where I'm like, you have to watch this. It's a classic, and she's like, because it's a classic, I don't want to watch it. I'm like, so uncultured. But don't worry, guys. I try to keep her in the loop in terms of media.
Is that username?
Now, you can just say yes or no, Worldwide Collide, but is it still the same username from YouTube over to X or Twitter? I'm just curious. All right, it's been another 30 minutes. I'm going to do another poll. I'm almost like considering just ending it here. Okay. Worldwide Collide says yes, it is the same from YouTube to X. All right, we are on the job. Wifey's saying just to end the stream here, but I'm gonna do another poll. Instead of 30, I'm gonna say, should we go for another? I'm gonna do 10 minutes. I'm gonna go for another 10 minutes because I'm kind of on the edge of just wanting it to end now, but I want to know what you guys think. I want to leave it up to the chat. I'm here for you guys. Everyone's saying yes. Come on. You guys are really okay with this awkwardness? Oh my gosh! I just keep thinking about those people who do like the 24-hour streams, who try to go to sleep, and then you donate to try to wake them up. They're like a $25 super chat plays the alarm. I'm just like, I guess you guys want to make money while you try to sleep, but then you just like ruined your sleep cycle for the rest of the day. I'm like, I just don't know why they put themselves through that much torture. Like that to me is just like torture. Like I probably would never. I mean, I don't want to say never because never is a strong word, but I don't think I would ever want to do it. I mean, if the chat wants me to do one of those streams where it's like I'm trying to sleep and you guys just try to wake me up, I'm just like. I'm in my head, I'm just like, that just doesn't make any sense to me. I'm just like, I don't know why anyone would want to do that. Like, those streams make no sense to me. Like, I get grifting for money, but that's like taking it to a whole different level. Like, I'm just like what is that? Jordan, you came back from dinner, and I'm still here. Oh, no, that's not Jordan. That's Joradon. Are you the same? No, you're different. Okay, I had a Jordan earlier. I'm sorry. I'm getting people confused now. Jordan says, "How many weeks for Christmas?" Ugh. Yeah, we're almost 11 months away from Christmas. I know we miss Christmas time. Christmas in Florida is nice. Even Christmas in Japan was beautiful. Even Thailand, we went to Thailand after Japan, and even Christmas there was beautiful. They had nice trees up and nice lights. Oh, it was wonderful. Joel Dominguez is yes. Just keep going. All right, salute to you, sir. Worldwide Clyde wants another Nezuko-chan again. I almost want to do it into the microphone, but I'm not going to do that because that would be mean. So, chat, I'm just going to say you might want to turn down your microphones or at least pull out the earbuds because I might get like my ears or like ow in the chat because of this. Oh, I'm going to give you a 5-second noise warning and then we're going to go, okay? Nezuko-chan! Alright. Hope you're happy. Worldwide Collide with Do It. Alright. No, Demon Slayer is definitely awesome. What happened? I read that one.
No, the one out before.
Oh. Well, my God, did. Jordan says, what you doing next year Christmas? Next year? I'm pretty sure I'm staying in Florida for that one. I'm in Orlando, Florida. So I'm pretty sure this year we are staying in Florida. I don't think we're going to be traveling. If we do, it'll probably be sometime in the middle of the year. We don't know. But yeah, I don't think we'll be doing December again. Just because I expect myself to be busier in December. Ultima Bendison says, Batman the Animated Series. Okay. Kevin Conroy, we all know he's the best Batman. Like, no one will replace him for being the best Batman that we have. So he's definitely peak Batman. Now, in terms of live action Batman, I almost want to go with the OG Michael Keaton because I grew up, even though like those movies came out in 89 and I was born in 93. I grew up on Michael Keaton's Batman. I also saw Kilmer's Batman, and I also saw George Clooney's Batman, in quick succession back then. But no, Michael Keaton for me was like he was the GOAT for me for the live action Batman movies. But for recently, aside from Ben Affleck's Batman, Ben Affleck really gave us the warehouse fight scene from Batman v Superman. That was like one of the best choreographed fight scenes we've had for Batman. I really liked that one. And then the Batmobile chase scene also was just really good. But aside from that, Ben Affleck wasn't really. I wouldn't really call him my favorite of recent Batman. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end the chat here or end the poll. They want us to go for another 10 minutes, so I'll go for another 10, and then we'll end it there. I think that's gonna be my last poll. All right, just want to catch up on the chat here. I'll go back to Ultima Bendison's message. All right, Worldwide Clyde says, beer, truck, girls. Nope, not saying that one. Beer, truck, America. And then Worldwide Clyde, he does another one. Can I tag pin message? Can I pin it? If I pin it, does that bring it up on the screen? I'm not sure. Yes, there it goes. Whitetail deer buck. Jeez. White-tailed deer buck, America, America. I don't know what you're trying to get me to say there. We gotta be careful sometimes, Never know what's about to be mixed together. I've heard some good ones, though. I've heard some good tongue twisters that get people to say something, and it's hilarious. SNZ, why does the greenback roller feel like it's the most satisfying to watch? I get that comment a lot on my YouTube videos. I don't know. A lot of people love the green roller. And it's not just my channel, it's also on my other siblings' channels. Like people have an obsession with the green roller. I almost think it's unhealthy to love that as much as I've seen people love it. I have yet to even do a compilation for the green roller. I don't think we've done one. Oh, we have done one. Okay, see how out of the circle I am with my own channel. We have done a compilation of the green roller. All right, catching up here. Jordan says what you've been doing over Christmas weekend and what you've been doing over New Year's weekend. So, Christmas we were still in Thailand. No, we flew back Christmas Day from Thailand. So we spent Christmas in an airplane, which was fun. We watched Santa Claus on the plane. We watched Elf. So that's how I spent Christmas. I spent Christmas in the sky. So that was fun. New Year's, we went over to a friend's house for New Year's, and that was a little bit crazy. Worldwide Clyde, just sing it, but legit, it's a country song. Oh, it's a country song. Okay. Singing. I'm gonna have to catch up on that one. I'll have to go back. And what you've been doing. Okay. Jordan, I got it. Okay, I answered you. I see you spamming. You're like, answer my question, please. Stop talking about Batman. I want to talk about Christmas and New Year's. I got you. All right. Hopefully I've answered it. SNC says, when I see it in the thumbnail, I click. When I see it in the thumbnail. Okay. Yeah, the green roller, I don't get a lot of good thumbnails when I use the green roller. Like either it's not a good angle or I'm not making a good face. I don't really use it all that much. I think I've tried using the green roller for a thumbnail once, and the video just doesn't do well. To be honest, like I have to use a little bit more of like a different thumbnail to get people's attention. For some reason, I don't know why the green roller thumbnails don't do well. Worldwide Clyde's the thing is this country song. Okay, I get it. See what? Worldwide Clyde, see what? Oh. Okay, just sing it. Okay. But how is this a country song? I'm reading it as if they're lyrics now, and I'm like, that's just a weird. I'm like, it's a weird song. And to be honest, some of the words together, I'm like, I don't think I should even read those in the same sentence. I think YouTube would be upset with me if I sing that. I'll skip the one line. I'll do the rest of it though. No? Okay, wifey's saying no. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry to disappoint you, Worldwide Clyde. My wifey's saying no. Do not sing it. she's over there like, please don't do it. If you have another song with different lyrics, I will sing that one. If you can find one with more appropriate lyrics. They have to be appropriate, though. Okay. Worldwide Clyde says, do you have pets? I do. I have a little miniature schnauzer. He is, oh boy, 7 years old? Going on 8 years old? Yeah. No, he's a great dog. He's black. He's over there. He's laying on his blanket right now. Come here, Popo. His name's Popo. Come here. Say hi. Here he is. Here's the fat boy. Sometimes I post pictures of him, but he's cute. He's a good dog, and he's a lap boy. He likes to cuddle. He's just a little lover boy. Watch out for the microphone. Yeah, he's a lover boy. But yeah, let everybody see you. Let everybody see you. But yeah, he was just sleeping. He was a little. We woke him. We woke him up. He's a little tired. Yes. It's been raining outside. He doesn't like the rain. So, what? What? And he thinks he's a human. He thinks he actually can have conversations. I know. What? He looks at you like he understands, you know. But yeah, and I give him his own haircuts. I groom him myself. I have tried to give him to a groomer once, and they told me he was aggressive. And I kind of was like puzzled when they told me that. I'm like, he's aggressive. They're like, yes, he tried to bite me. I'm like, he's never tried to bite me before, and I give him haircuts. But I didn't want to do a haircut that one time. I wanted to give him to a groomer and have it professionally done. But then I get him back, and they're like, he was aggressive. And I'm like, okay, can you tell me what happened? They're like, no. So I get him, and I take him into the car, and I look at his eyes, and one of his eyes was like bloodshot red. I'm like, what? I'm like thinking in my head, I'm like, they must have poked him in the eye. They must have hit him with something. I don't know. I didn't want to go back inside. I was kind of done. So I never took him back there, to be honest. I never brought him back to that groomer. We were done. So after that, I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to cut him from now on. So I just kind of... It's almost time for another haircut for him. But I just take a buzz cutter, and I pretty much give him a buzz cut. I pretty much just shave him. I leave the beard, though. I leave the beard. I leave the skirt. This all stays. I leave the legs. I don't ever shave these bald. I leave the legs alone. But everything else I cut off, though. I cut over the ears. I trim all the way down. I give him like the traditional schnauzer haircut. But no, he is a good boy. He still acts very much like a puppy. He never really grew out of that. If you ever saw him outside, he's pretty much scared of everything. Like a leaf moves across the ground, he freaks out and barks at it. I'm like, it's just a leaf. The wind blew it. It's okay. But yeah, he makes a big deal out of it. Joel Dominguez says, "Wow, man, I love dogs. He's got a big mustache." Yeah, he's my wife has wanted to play more around with his coat. She wanted to do like a mohawk. I'm like, that's taking it a little bit too far. I don't really want to give him a mohawk. I know there are some schnauzer haircuts that have done mohawks. I don't really like the way they look on schnauzers. So I've refused to do mohawks, to much of her displeasement. But a mustache on a schnauzer, I don't think that'll look good either. I think that'll look weird on a schnauzer to give him a mustache. I think they look really good with a full beard. All right, we're gonna go for another minute, and I think I'm gonna end it there. All right. Worldwide Collide says, "Yikes." Yeah. The thing with the groomer, yeah, it wasn't a good situation. But I've had a few schnauzers growing up. I had two schnauzers when I was little. So I've always loved miniature schnauzers. And then so when I wanted another dog, a miniature schnauzer was just the natural choice. They're just such great dogs. They're smart, very very kind dogs. They're a little yappy, so people get kind of scared of them because they do bark and they talk to you. But all they want is your love. They just want attention. They just want you to say hi to them. And I will say, every time you say hi to him, he barks louder. It's like you try to get him to stop barking at you, but every time you talk to him, he's just like, he tries to have a conversation with you. But people don't know how to. But people, unless you've been around him a long time, you don't really know how to react to the increased barking. You're just like, oh, he's an aggressive dog. Stay away. No, he just wants to talk to you. Hello, Eduardo. How you doing? Does anyone have like any favorite dogs? Oh, we're up. Time is up. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. I want to say thank you to everyone who's been watching and sticking with me. And I want to say thank you to the chat. You guys have saved this live stream tonight. So I just want to thank everyone who's been keeping up with the chatting and keeping the topics going. So I really appreciate all of you keeping us going. Just a little bit of a recap of what's coming. So I am Dr. Max. I am the host of this channel, the owner. Thursdays and Sundays we are now doing live streams. They are supposed to be gaming streams, but we did have a little bit of technical difficulties today. I am new to this, as you can say, so we will try to get a lot of these things fixed. So yes, Thursdays and Sundays are our live streams. We post our longer format chiropractic videos on Tuesdays and Fridays. And we post reels pretty much every day. So you can pretty much or on YouTube they're called shorts. So you can just keep an eye out for the shorts. But yeah, those pretty much are posted every day. So we really appreciate everybody. Thank you everyone so much for your support. And Worldwide Collide is begging us to wait. So I will wait for what he wants to say. Joel's like, let the man live. Let him live. I did see someone else comment, Katie, sorry, I just joined. What game were you going to play? Have a great night. Katie, we were trying to play Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm trying to beat this game before the new one comes out in February. So I want to get it done. It's been on the back burner for a little bit. Worldwide Clyde says, sing the thing I've put in the chat. Sing the thing you've put in the chat? What did you put in the chat? I didn't see. Or are you trying to get me to sing the Please I'm Begging? Just sing the thing I put in chat. I don't see the song. Unless you're doing it right now and I just don't know it and it's just going over my head. But I will wait for clarification. Katie says Wrecking Ball. Oh gosh, Miley Cyrus. Worldwide Clyde is still saying please. Okay. Katie wants me to say... I'm not really taking requests right now, Katie, but... Worldwide Clyde says, wait till I type it. When will that be? Is that in the near future? I'm just curious. Are you trying to turn this into a 24-hour stream? I'm trying to think of the scheme that you're coming up with. I see you conniving, I can just visualize you, Okay, Worldwide Collide is now saying I came in like a wrecking ball. Oh gosh. Am I really gonna do that right now? I can't, I'm not gonna do the whole song. If that's, because I see now, because now you and Katie are asking for that. All you ever did was wreck me. Oh my god. Oh no! Oh my gosh! That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Katie's like clapping. No. Jeez, no, I'm not gonna do Wrecking Ball. I need something more Christian than that. Alright, guys. Well, I'm glad we could entertain Katie at least. Katie is entertained by what Worldwide Clyde just typed. Yes, I can't. Chalice, like, do it. Oh gosh. Okay, another poll. I'm gonna do a poll. I'm supposed to end it. This is supposed to be at the end of the stream. I'm gonna do a poll. I'm probably gonna regret this. All right, I'm starting the poll. And I'm not doing the whole song. I'm not gonna do the whole song. I have to end it. I need dinner. Oh gosh. I mean, I need the lyrics though. I'm looking at the lyrics. Oh gosh. I'm not gonna turn the song on because I know it'll be copyrighted. All right, fine. I'll just do the one line. I came in like a wrecking ball. Okay, that's it. That's it. I don't even need to read the chat. I don't even need to read the poll. I know the poll results. I know what the poll results will be. It's all going to be yeses, and yes, they're all yeses. So, I beat you guys to it. My gosh, one more class like we voted yes on the poll, please. All right, I love all you people. All you people are wonderful. Thank you all so much for putting up with this madness of a show that we put together for you. I will probably keep this here. I probably won't delete the stream. The stream will just be up here for all of YouTube's goodness. It'll just be on a server for forever, somewhere. All right, anyways, I'm going to end the stream here, guys. I want to say thank you again to everybody who's tuned in. I don't know how you guys have stuck with me through this whole thing, but thank you, everybody. I really appreciate you all. So everybody, go get some dinner, go get some food, enjoy some good television. I'm going to go get some good food right now, and I'm going to have a good night, and I will see everybody Sunday, okay? I'll see everybody Sunday. Have a good weekend, everybody. Take care. Bye, everybody.